Hi everybody, that was the first part of a solo that I've done for a song called Star. And a few of you have been getting in touch asking me how I do the string skipping arpeggios, and also how to do it without getting too much kind of string noise and stuff as you jump around the guitar. So it's kind of hard to get rid of the noise altogether, but I'm going to show you how I try to do that. And to be honest, with the sound of the track, you kind of can't hear the string noise too much as long as your muting technique is good. So I'm going to go through the video, firstly show you the arpeggios one by one, just go through them quickly. Then we're going to go into the theory, a little bit of theory behind the arpeggio substitution that I'm doing to get extensions on their add nines and stuff like that. And then finally we're going to cover the muting technique in fairly large detail, just because I think that's probably the hardest thing about the technique. If you want to skip to any of the parts in the video, there's going to be tabs on the video for you to fast forward to the various sections, so you don't have to sit through the whole thing, maybe if you're just more interested in the muting or the theory behind it or whatever. So no further ado, let's get stuck in. To do these arpeggios, I'm using a kind of chord substitution idea which players like Larry Carlton use a lot, and it's a way of getting interesting extensions using just major and minor shapes, arpeggio shapes. So over the B, for example, I'm tapping root fifth and then the ninth, and then I'm jumping up and playing basically a major arpeggio but played off the flat 7 of the chord. So there's your sort of D major chord shape. It's actually an A major arpeggio. So how does it work? Basically, if you want to get a minor 11 sound, you just play a major chord off the flat 7. In this case, there's our root, flat 7 is A, down one tone, and then when you tap it out, it sounds like this. And what you get in there is you're getting root, fifth, I'm tapping the 9, and then when I'm jumping up here, I'm getting the 11, flat 7, 9. So that's how I'm getting the extensions there. Then when I'm jumping down to the G, this is more of a straight kind of major sound, because I'm playing a G major arpeggio tapped, and then I'm jumping up to a G arpeggio here. Same major shape, that one, based around that kind of open chord shape. So I'm tapping root, fifth, sharp 11, jumping up to the major arpeggio here. And then I'm jumping up to, on the E minor, I'm using a slightly different approach. If you want to get an add 9 sound, you can play over a minor chord, or a minor 9 sound rather. You can just play a major arpeggio, a minor arpeggio up a fifth from the root. So in this case, B, so we're playing over an E minor chord and playing a B minor arpeggio over the top. Around that kind of D minor chord, open chord shape. So here we go. So we're going to tap and go root, fifth, octave, and then play the minor 7, the minor shape off the B. And again, that gives us some nice extensions. Right there. There you got the 9, flat 7 there for the minor 7, and then the 9th again there. Yeah. Okay, similar approach now for a major chord. For a major 9 kind of sound, what you're looking to do is to play a major arpeggio a fifth above the root of the chord. So in this case, we're playing an F major over an F major chord, but we want to play a C major arpeggio over the top, like that. And if you're going to tap it, and then I do the same over the G, playing over a G. I'm going to play a D major arpeggio over the top. So oops, may do that right again. And when you're doing it, the extensions are literally getting the major 7 in there, and the 9th up at the top as well. So it sounds great. Okay, and that's the theory behind it. So I'll just cover a little bit of how I mute now. Basically, I don't use the string dampeners. A lot of players do, like some awesome, unbelievably good players like Guthrie Govan, Paul Bielatowicz, guys like that use the string dampener and basically have like a hairband. I think Grove Gear make like a thing that you just slide up and it dampens the string to reduce string noise. I don't do that. It's not that I don't kind of agree with what they're doing or think it's cheating or anything like that. I think it's a great idea. The problem is that if I do this live, quite often I'm gonna improvise doing that kind of idea, and to kind of have to stop and pull it over. I've never kind of managed to get the talent to do that successfully, and I use a lot of open strings in my playing as well, so string dampeners don't really work for me, so I try and do it a different way, and this is the way I do it. So when I'm hammering on the first note here, basically my fingers this index finger is muting all the other strings, and I'm hammering on from nowhere like that. When I've hammered the next note like this, the bit of coordination is that I lift this finger up so it's muting all these strings. So you could just practice that, I guess, for a while, just to try and get that thing. Then I tap on here, and then when I move from there to hammer on from here, I'm going to move my picking hand down just a little bit to cover these three strings. That's probably the hardest move. I actually can't do it when I'm doing it slow. So when I hammer on there, literally my hand almost moves into place like that. This next bit is I guess the trick in terms of playing these hammer-ons from nowhere. When I jump up to the top of the A major arpeggio, I'm going to hammer on here, and then notice my index finger is just touching up against the string adjacent, and then when I hammer to the next one, this finger just lifts up as I'm doing it, so two things are happening at once. So as I go, this one just lifts up, and then same when I go across to this note at the top. Whoa. Okay. I'm slapping this finger down and then lifting this one up just so it mutes. So I'll try and do that again. And then hammering on there, tap, and then it's the same on the way back down. See that finger just come up there, and when it comes up I move it across all three strings. So I'll just show that slow. Lifts up and comes across, already muting this one, ready for the hammer on. So basically it takes quite a bit of coordination, and I don't get it perfect every time by any means, but I'll just try and do it one more time just to make sure I'm getting all the detail in for the muting here. So yeah, I mean, I kind of not really noticed I did that, but basically I'm bringing this finger all the way across. And then when I come across to here, this finger comes across in when I'm hammering on here, ready to do its next hammer on. So we'll do that again. So in fact, even though I'm hammering that note, this finger's coming across just to mute this E string, ready for the hammer on there. I'll do that again. So that's how I'm working at, and it's the same for all the arpeggios really, even like, so this one. Similar thing, hammering on there, index over, then I lift it up, tap, move my hand across, hammer on, lift, tap, tap, and then the same in reverse. So basically that's how it works. That's how I do string skipping and tapping arpeggios for the solo for Star. So If you want the tab for this, just hook up with me on Facebook or via my website, and the details for that are on the bottom of the screen here. Bottom of the screen. Please subscribe to my channel, like my page, all the usual stuff. Share the video. That'd be great, and look forward to keeping in touch on Facebook and via the interwebs. Thanks for watching.